Hello everyone, and today I'll be showing you guys how to successfully install Arch Linux using VirtualBox, like it's going to run within VirtualBox, and you'll have virtual disk image. Anyway, so in this tutorial itself, this is like a tutorial series. So in this actual video right now, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'll just be giving general overview of what we will be doing. So first things first, you need to get VirtualBox. If you don't have VirtualBox already, so go to Oracle VM VirtualBox, click Downloads, and you should download the respective package for what your operating system is. Then once you have that up, run VirtualBox. So let's have I've already used VirtualBox many times, and so I've already used it. So next things is get Arch Linux. Arch Linux. Arch Linux. Okay. Arch Linux. Okay. And click download. And what you're going to do is you'll find your country. If you're in the United States, for example, United States, you can find whichever server is closest to you and download from there. And once you do that, you should get an ISO image, a disk image, and I saved it on my desktop in a folder called Arch, and this is my disk image. So that's what you will be doing. So this will take some time, as it's 500 something megabytes, so it'll take some time to download. Anyway, once you've done that, let's create a new virtual machine. Now it'll be Linux. It'll be, scroll up to Arch Linux, and I'll call it Arch Linux tutorial. Okay, and I hit next. Now I would recommend at least giving it a gig of RAM if you don't have that much, but I'd recommend a gig. It'll make it run faster. It won't crash if there's not enough. So let's create a virtual disk image. I prefer dynamically allocated. You can use fixed size either way, and I would recommend 8 gigs is not enough. I'm gonna use 20. You can use as much as you want. 230, 20 gigs. Okay, create. It's going to create that, and our virtual disk image and our virtual machine has been created. I'll just hit start. We're not going to do anything, but I'll just get it like a setup, as in it'll load the ISO. So click on this, choose virtual optical disk, and find where your disk image of Arch Linux is. Click open, and and click start. Now you'll see Oracle VM will show up, and you'll see this boot menu, and I will click boot Arch Linux. You'll see now my mouse hasn't been captured. I will click it so that my mouse will be captured, because the operating system won't actually have a mouse on it. Let it load. And there you go. So that's basically it. So now I'm not going to do anything. You can do whatever you want. But in this tutorial, I'm not going to get into installing and everything, not yet. But I will tell you one thing that you should get to. You should go to the Arch Wiki beginners guide. Now I've been to this before, and this is basically what I'll be using. You'll have to go through all this. Now, if this looks intimidating to you, stop right now. Okay, if you can go through all of this. Now, a lot of these things you don't necessarily have to do. Like if you're doing English, then you don't need to set it to other languages and stuff like that. So this is basically what you need to do to install Arch Linux. And what we will be doing is we'll be partitioning our virtual disk image. We'll be installing Arch Linux, the base system, onto the virtual disk image, which will be what we'll do in the next episode. And after that, we will be installing the X Windows system, as well as a GUI. And I have tried different GUIs. you can see, I'll actually go to the beginner's guide, somewhere near the bottom. Graphical user interface will be installing stuff like that. You don't need it. And the X Window system, and then desktop environments are what we will be focusing on. And you'll see that there are many different officially supported ones. I've tried different ones, as you've seen in here. I've tried Cinnamon, I've tried Genome, I've tried KDE, but for the one that I will be showing is LXDE, Lightweight X11 desktop environment. It is very fast. I've tried it. It is nice. I like it. So I will be showing you how to install it and get it to run. I've also tried XFCE. So if you've never tried LXDE, if you you should try it because it's pretty good. Anyway, so that's basically it for this tutorial.